I discovered the secret relationship my dead husband had been hiding for our entire marriage. My husband died in a car accident 2 months ago. I held his hand as he passed away, but I could barely look at him since he only had half of his face left. He was the love of my life and the only man I have ever dated and slept with. I've never had feelings for any other person on this earth, and now that he's gone, so is my entire world. We didn't have any children together since he said he had a vasectomy before he met me, which was fine because I never thought I'd be a good parent anyway. We met while we were both going to the same law school. I couldn't believe I managed to find a partner despite studying to become a judge, but my husband never asked too much of me and always understood that my education and career came first. I had wanted to be a judge ever since I was a little kid watching SVU. It sounds ridiculous, but I truly am passionate about criminal justice and I wanted to improve the system from the inside out. It took years and years of mental strain and hard work, but I finally achieved my dream and I have been a judge for years now. After I began my career, I was happy that we had no children because of how taxing my everyday work was. I was literally face to face with child rapists and murders every single day, and I would never want to bring a child into a world containing the people I deal with. When I would be working on a particularly difficult case, my husband would go above and beyond to support me. He would have hot baths and my favorite meals ready when I got home after a tough day. And even after being married for years, our intimacy life never faltered. My husband also had an extremely busy career as a traveling lawyer, and he would be gone for weeks at a time. I would miss him on these trips, but of course, I was busy with my own work. He would text me and call me whenever he could while traveling, and I never thought he would be hiding anything. This huge. The day I got the call that my husband had been in a car accident was the worst day I have ever lived. I got the call while on recess in court, and I literally could not leave the courthouse and go to the hospital with my husband because it was such a high-profile case. I almost gave up my entire job right then, but they had told me over the phone he was stable for now but might not make it. Getting through the rest of the day was a nightmare, and I wasn't prepared for what I saw when I got to the hospital. My husband was missing one of his legs and his left arm had been amputated at the elbow. On top of that, half of his face was completely destroyed by extreme road rash. As soon as I saw him, I knew he wasn't going to make it. I sat down next to him and didn't leave his side for the next 4 days until he passed away. The month after he passed was a blur. I felt like a ghost at his funeral. People spoke to me, but I had nothing to say to them. I had never been good at connecting with others before my husband's death and was even worse afterward. I thought the pain and emptiness couldn't get any worse until I was going through my husband's things the other day for the first time since he passed. I had been putting it off since I didn't want to see any photos of him or read any texts that were in his voice. Most of his messages were between co-workers and friends, and I didn't really find anything out of the ordinary until I opened his photos. What I saw made my mind unravel. Children, pictures of him with children that I had never seen before. Then, a woman, pictures of him with a random woman. I kept scrolling to find more and more pictures of him being romantic with this woman and playing with these kids. My mind didn't want to believe it. My brain felt like it was going to crack as I tried to process that my husband might have had a second family. I wanted to throw his phone at the wall and watch it smash into a million pieces. But the rational part of me knew I had to get to the bottom of this. After going through his laptop and his Facebook messages, I was forced to accept that my husband had had a full-on entire second family on the other side of the country. He had 2 children with his other wife, a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old, which means that he had had his first child the year we had gotten married. I couldn't do anything except open a bottle of whiskey and drink as much as I could. I wasn't a big drinker, and I knew if I kept drinking the entire thing it might unalive me, but I found myself not caring. I had never been so depressed, and I wondered what was left for me in this life. But I decided to do the only thing I was good at: serve justice. Through my husband's devices, I located where his wife and kids lived, and I bought a plane ticket to fly out in 2 days. I don't know if she knows about me. I don't even know if she knows he's dead. Now I had to fly across the country to ruin another woman's life while mine was still in shambles.